What's good, YouTube? It's your guy, Darian, man. Of course, I'm the BowTie fragrance guy on this channel. We primarily focus on fragrances, but I like to throw in some style and grooming tips as well. So if you're into that, make sure you hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications by hitting that bell icon as well. So anytime a new video is uploaded on YouTube, you get notified. On today's video, guys, I'm going to be ranking fragrances from a relatively new niche brand called the House of Dastan. And listen, when I tell you guys that you want to be here to hear about these fragrances, you definitely want to hear about them because they have, I think, 6 fragrances total in their portfolio. And in my humble opinion, sincerely, all 6 of these fragrances are really good. But I thought it would be good for me to introduce them to you and also to rank these fragrances at the same time, so you guys can kind of get a feel for what your boy likes the best out of these fragrances. So this should be kind of fun. If you want to hear my thoughts, you guys know the routine. You know how we get down, man. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The BowTie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into it. Guys, I'm super excited to talk to you guys about these fragrances today. These fragrances were sent to me by the company, but I want to kind of give you guys, like I said, my thoughts on each fragrance. And I want to, for fun, because I think it will be fun to kind of rank them based on, you know, my preferences. You guys know how I rock. But the House of Dastan, man, first, the presentation of these fragrances, they come in a box like this. This is a Parisian-inspired fragrance brand. Let me show you the back. It was created by brother and sister Hamed and Sophia, which are the owners of Max Aroma. And Dastan means story in Parisian, all right? In Parisian, it means story. So each of these fragrances kind of tell a story, if you will, of love, of elegance, and the whole nine of passion. That's kind of sort of what this fragrance was kind of founded upon. And honestly, when you smell the fragrances, it all really makes sense. They all have a unique scent profile, but there is a DNA to me that this fragrance brand has kind of established. Like some of the great brands that I really enjoy, like, you know, the Bond and Menage of the world, Killian, just to name a few, they have a scent profile that is kind of unique to that brand. And for the most part, I kind of get that with these fragrances as well. I also kind of like, when I talk about Argos, the ones that I like the most kind of have similar notes that run throughout or that are included in each of the fragrances. I kind of get that with this particular house as well. But they have 6 fragrances total right now in their portfolio, and I want to talk to you guys about each of them and then tell you kind of sort of how I rank these fragrances. Now, here's a look at the presentation. These are the bottles, what the bottles look like. Richard Herpen is the perfumer for all these fragrances, and the bottles are inspired as well from Parisian architecture. You know, Parisian architecture, that was the inspiration behind the bottles, which in my opinion are beautiful. This fragrance right here is called 5 Senses. It has the color of the juice in this one is kind of a green color. The 5 Senses features notes of Davana, tobacco, patchouli, apricot, and oak moss. Love this stuff. For my tobacco lovers out here, this is the fragrance from this house that you're going to want to get your nose on. They all have, like I said, they kind of follow a theme. For the most part, all the fragrances, they have different notes, but all of them are going to be kind of fruity and kind of creamy. Fruity and creamy, and of course you guys know I love that. I love sandalwood, and there's quite a few of these fragrances that feature a relatively prominent note of sandalwood in them. So again, creamy and fruity are the ways that I kind of describe these fragrances. So you're kind of going to get creamy and fruity chords in all of them, but the difference here, or the big primary note that this is centered around, is a note of tobacco. So I absolutely love this one. Again, this one is called 5 Senses, and like I said, when I go through these at the end, I'm going to rank them. All right, guys, the next fragrance is called Game of Joy. Game of Joy. This is kind of a blue, kind of a purple. I say more of a purple, a lavender color. Passion fruit, pear, mango, watermelon, violet leaves, sandalwood, some of the main notes. This is a tropical paradise. That's exactly what this smells like. But as you can see, we also have that sandalwood there. The violet leaves give this somewhat of a presence of a green kind of sense with the fragrance, but the dry now is all about that creaminess of sandalwood. This is woody, slightly green, but more so than anything, very, very fruity and tropical. Pear, mango. Some of my favorite notes when you start talking about tropical kind of scent profiles, and that is this. Love this one right here. Absolutely love it. By the way, guys, these fragrances are extrait de parfum concentrations, so you do get some pretty good performance out of it as well, which is always a bonus for a lot of people. And I think the retail on these are $275 for 100 ml. If you want to check them out, I'll link it down below. But Game of Joy, a tropical paradise. That's how I would describe this one. All right, guys, the next fragrance, again, this one, signature scent worthy. Signature scent worthy. This one is called Unseen. This is called Unseen. This is more of a clear, almost white. Well, it's more clear colored juice, but this is linen, milk, cashmere, sandalwood, tonka bean, and vanilla. Clean, super fresh, and like I said, creamy and sweet on the dry down. Honestly, guys, this fragrance is so good. Like that opening with that linen accord, it just smells very, very clean and fresh. Some of you may not be able to relate to what I'm about to say, but some of us back in the day, when we washed clothes, we had to go outside, and there was this thing called a clothesline that we would have to hang up to dry our clothing. And if it was really sunny outside, a nice hot summer day, when you went out there to get your clothes, there was this just clean, fresh linen smell that your clothing had a lot of times. And that is what the imagery that this evokes for me in my mind when I smell it. This stuff is absolutely amazing. Again, it's signature scent worthy. And I love the uniqueness of that linen accord. Not sure how they came up with that, but it definitely smells like a clean linen that you get in the opening of this fragrance. And that's what stood out to me the most about this. But it's clean, fresh, creamy. Can't go wrong with that kind of scent profile, in my humble opinion. Again, this one is called Unseen. All right, this next one is another freshie and another signature scent type of scent profile to me. This one is called Light Breeze. Light Breeze. This is like a light blue color, which suits the fragrance perfectly, in my opinion. Lavender, lemon verbena, nutmeg, rose, and tonka. Another, oh my gosh, another clean, fresh fragrance that really, to me, features and is centered around the note of lavender. I love lavender. You find lavender in fougères, which is one of my favorite genres of fragrances. So this is kind of their, it's not a fougère, but it's kind of like their fougère from the collection. Very clean, fresh, masculine, easy to wear fragrance. I think a lady could pull it off, but definitely that lavender there really gives me those feels of some of my favorite fougère type fragrances. I absolutely love this stuff. Like I said, signature scent worthy. This one is called Light Breeze. You can wear this one anytime, any place, anywhere, especially as a guy, and you're gonna smell really good. So this is one of my favorites as well. I can't wait till you guys see how I rank these, but this one's called Light Breeze. This next fragrance absolutely blew me away when I first put my nose on it, and this one is called You. You. Cinnamon, fig, milk, white chocolate, sandalwood, and tonka bean. I don't even have to say anything else. Wow. Wow. Date night. This is going to be like the perfect date night fragrance. This is a sexy, 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 sexy fragrance. I don't know what love story that this one was kind of made or inspired by, but it had to be some type of date night or some type of love story for sure with this one, because this is one sexy fragrance. You have that creaminess there. Some of my favorite notes, of course, when you talk about a sweet scent profile, tonka bean, vanilla, and sandalwood. You give me those fragrances, the notes and the accord that they create in this fragrance is just absolutely fantastic. Then you want to throw in some chocolate in there. I mean, come on, guys. Chocolate, fig, which is creamy as well. So this is like a super creamy fragrance with a slight bit of a chocolate presence of chocolate here with that sweet creaminess on the dry down with sandalwood, tonka, and vanilla. Oh my gosh, guys, this one, I'm giving it away. But this one, I got one more to talk about, but this one is really good. It's called You. All right, guys, and last but not least, Love Flame. Love Flame. Black pepper iris, lavender, castoreum, chocolate, and sandalwood. I'm gonna make this really simple for you guys. This smells to me, it is very reminiscent to vintage Dior Homme Parfum from 2014. That's what this fragrance smells like. You have very powdery, dusty, you have the iris there, you have the cedar wood, this really dry, woody presence there with a slight bit of of course, spiciness that's coming in there from that black pepper. This smells, again, like vintage Dior Homme Parfum. That's all I'm going to say for right now, but this one is called Love Flame. Get your nose on this one. All right, guys, so really quick, if I were going to rank these and this is, again, I want to sincerely say that this is not an indictment on the ranking. I sincerely really like all 6 of these fragrances, but if I had to rank them just for fun, and this may change next week. Right now, I would say 5 Senses would be in the 6th spot. I'll go 5 Senses, number 6. I like it. I think sometimes it does have Divana. Sometimes I'm not the hugest fan of Divana and fragrances. It's not off-putting at all in this one, but I don't know. I'm guessing maybe that's why I got it in the 6th spot. But I do like it. It does feature no tobacco, but I'll put this in the 6th spot. This is 5 Senses. In the 5th spot, we would go with this one, Game of Joy. Game of Joy, again, very tropical, fruity fragrance. I love it. To me, this would probably be the one that would lean the most feminine, and maybe that's why I put it here. But it smells phenomenal. It's definitely unisex, guys. We can rock this. I'm going to rock this. But I would put this one 5th probably for that reason. All right, in the 4th spot, this one has really got really hard. It's pulling hairs here, but I would say this one, Unseen, the one with the clean linen smell. I love the clean linen here, but the other ones had a little bit more complexity that spoke to me. But this is really, really good as a signature scent. Again, that linen accord here was very unique, but I'll put this one in the 4th spot. This is called Unseen. In the 3rd spot, going with the one that gave me those fougere vibes, this one is called Light Breeze. Light Breeze, love it. Like I said, it features the note of lavender, and it gives me signature scent, fougere vibes all day long. And for me personally, because I love to wear suits, I can never go wrong with a scent profile like this. Clean, fresh, lavender. Love this stuff. In the 3rd spot, Light Breeze. All right, guys, with the 1st and 2nd spot, the number 2, number 1 spot, it's a photo finish. It's a photo finish, but right now I'm gonna go put this one in the number 2 spot. This is You. The date night elixir right here. You with cinnamon, fig, white chocolate. Guys, tonka bean vanilla, sandalwood. Just do yourself a favor and check it out. If you love sexy date night fragrances, this is one you gotta get your nose on. I'm putting in number 2 right now, and this one is called You. And then the number 1 spot for me, listen, I know it reminds me of something else, but the vintage Dior Homme Parfum is so good to me, I had to put this one number 1. This is Love Flame. Love Flame, the one with black pepper, iris, cedar wood. Again, smells very, very reminiscent to Dior Homme Parfum 2014. Guys, if you have ever wanted to get your nose on that vintage Dior Homme Parfum and you haven't been able to, smell this. Smell this. It definitely puts me in the mindset of that. And I know what I'm talking about because I have it. You get that nice chocolatey, patchouli thing, a little bit of creaminess from sandalwood with the iris, the powderiness, the dusty cedar wood with a slight bit of spiciness. This stuff is phenomenal. This is number 1 for me from this brand so far, Love Flame. Get your nose on it. But guys, that is it. That is my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today as I gave you my take on an overview of the house of Dastan, and I threw a little bit of fun in that and ranked these fragrances. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and attention to these videos. You don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate it. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the BowTie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.